A license suspension, a fine from the state, and a series of CBS News New York investigations apparently isn't enough to get a Brooklyn auto repair shop to follow the law. We first brought you this story back in February when customers said that the shop was holding their cars hostage. Now investigative reporter Tim McNicholas found the shop is working on cars again, but without a license to do so.
You working on cars in there or no?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Are you working on cars in there or no? State-to-state automotive manager Steven Ventura doesn't hide how he feels about the rules. He wears it on his shirt.
I feel like I deserve a fair hearing.
You're in a hearing.
But an administrative law judge didn't appreciate that philosophy during this virtual hearing in May with Ventura and a DMV inspector.
There still has to be work order. So anytime a vehicle comes in, a work order must be written up for the vehicle, regardless of any work.
Excuse me, Mr. Ventura, you interrupt me one more time, I'm going to mute you.
You don't know where his car went? That hearing stemmed in part from a CBS News New York investigation in February.
I'm not paying no stories. I don't care what you say.
I get in the car back.
When customers Louis Dennery and Sarah Lee Ramsawak told us the garage held their cars hostage for months.
They won't release my car, even though they received full payment.
A month after that story aired, a DMV inspector visited the shop and said State to State failed to provide the right paperwork for Ramsawak's car and 4 others. The state suspended the shop's operating license until that virtual hearing where the DMV asked the judge for stronger punishment.
The department is seeking a suspension of the license for 6 months.
The judge agreed. State to State failed to provide work orders for 4 cars, despite arguments to the contrary from Ventura.
He said that no records were provided for that vehicle.
That's allowed. I provided all the records.
Nonetheless, the judge ruled against the longer suspension and instead fined State to State $1,000. The DMV says the shop's license expired anyway on May 31st, so it cannot legally work on cars. Yet, on July 4th, we found someone applying a heat gun to a car at the shop with the garage door on Atlantic Avenue wide open until Ventura spotted our camera, came out, and denied they're operating. You're working on a car in there right now, though.
There's nobody working on no vehicle in there, but moving cars out, that's a storage job.
But a day earlier, our producer called State to State to ask if they'd be open to work on a car, and whoever answered said yes, asking us to text pictures of the car. Another day, another rule broken. Ventura later told me they were only cleaning that car, but a heat gun isn't typically used for cleaning. In the automotive world, it's often used for paint jobs and detailing. As for Dennery and Ramsawak, as we have reported, the shop finally returned both their cars after we started asking questions, Christine.
So they have both their cars returned, thankfully. But what is the DMV going to do now that you have this video?
Well, they say they're looking into it, and we're going to be following up with them for sure.
All right, Tim. Thank you for that update. And Tim is one of our investigative reporters, so if you have a story idea for him or our investigative team, scan the QR code there on your screen. You may see your story on air.